Jesus is the author of peace. And so if you are struggling with anxiety or depression or any kind of trial, there's no other place that you can go. There's nothing that will give you peace. No Lamborghini, no job title, no amount of money, no place will give you peace. You know, I would hop around a lot. Not like literally, but like I would move around to different towns, different cities. 'Cause when I was young, to me, that's what that's what made me feel like I was someone. If I was like this super adventurous guy that was just like doing all these crazy things that I could like tell my friends like, oh, look, I went out and I did this. And so this makes me like cool, right? So I used to identify as like the surfer, like longboarder kid. And I don't know if you can imagine, but I had hair like past my shoulders, like this long blonde hair. I never got the surfer accent. You're like, oh, what's up, bro? Like that. Maybe if I would have continued down that path, it could have happened, but... And then we could just be having a sermon like, everything's good, man. Everything's good. Just trust him. Just do it. Like, but that's not God. God helped me avert that path. So I used to identify myself in what I was doing. So like, I'm the surfer guy. I'm a longboarder. So I volunteered with another Christian organization. It's funny enough, it was called Friendships, and they're like a type of like Mercy's Gate, but they take disaster relief and food. And so like when the earthquake hit Haiti, they went down there. When hurricanes hit Louisiana, they go help clean up and feed people and then minister the gospel. And so I was there for 2 years, and I got sent out to restore a sailboat that was built in 1923. And so we got tasked, a small group got tasked with restoring this, re-varnishing all the wood, redoing the deck so that it didn't leak. We put up new sails and everything. And then we actually got to sail this boat from Los Angeles through the Panama Canal and to Roatan, Honduras, and then back to Louisiana from there. And so that was probably like if I was a surfer guy, that was the sickest adventure ever. And so that used to be my identity. Like, I'm Sailor Dave. And like my position on the boat was I was a bosun. So I took care of like everything on the deck. I made sure, and one big task I had was dropping and raising the anchor. And so I would, like, when we were getting to the place where we wanted to kind of hang out, I would be in charge of dropping the anchor, and then you have a little button and you push it and you see the chain going out, and then you have to decide how much chain you let out, because it's not only the anchor that holds you down, but it's also all the weight of how much chain you let out. That is what the weight of that will hold the boat in place. Yes. And so I used to identify myself as like this sailor guy. And so whatever I was doing, whatever adventure I was in, and whatever, and then even the Army, I'm an Army guy now. Like, oh yeah, I'm a tough Army guy, infantry, everyone else. That's the one thing they tell you in basic training when you're infantry, is they say, there's one job in the Army, and there's like 200 and something other ways to support that job. And that's just like pride of the infantry. They'd like to talk, and everyone talks smack about everyone, but that's what they instill that in you. And so like, you're like, yeah, I'm the baddest. I'm infantry. I'm the number one job. And like, that became my identity, the Army guy. And then it wasn't, like, I never, through all of that, I didn't truly have peace. Those things didn't fulfill me. Thanks, Linda. You want to come up? No, I'm just kidding. Those things didn't fulfill me. No matter what I did, I still didn't have peace. I still didn't feel like I was fulfilling my purpose that I was called to. But once I stepped into the calling that God had on my life, everything is taken care of. Everything, yes, I can allow worry to still enter in about certain situations, but I have to remember that God and Jesus is the Prince of Peace, and He is over every situation, no matter what we go through. And you have to remember that today.